Okay, so this is going to be a two-part recording. I don't know what happened. I was trying to continue it on one thing, so there'll be two different recordings. This here, we're over here by the covered parking. This is at the corner. So I already cameraed it and know what's going on, and I'm going to go ahead and get the camera in there so I can narrate. All right, get in there. There we go. So what had happened was we put fresh water in here because we couldn't see, there was so much sediment. And if you could see it, it holds water. Where we're looking for a tie-in, and we can't see anything. And then when we push all the way forward, and I'll push all the way forward, and then I'll pull it back. But if we push all the way forward, you can see it's all underwater. We can't really see anything other than we get to the end of it. Go, go, go. And what it is it goes to the other, it comes up to the other range drain at the front of the garage. Unfortunately, we can't see if there's some kind of tie-in where this is supposed to go away from the house, because it doesn't make sense to tie one range drain to the other. We can't see where it starts. It just leads to the other range drain. It doesn't. If there is some kind of T or some kind of drop into the ground, we can't see it, and if the camera can't go there, the jetter won't either. If it's a T, the jetter can't make turns on its own. The fitting has to have a 90 turn or a 45 turn to make the jetter turn where you want it to go. But if it's just a cross T, it'll just keep going past the T because it won't make a turn on its own, like I was saying. So we're not quite sure where this tees to or where it goes. If we keep going forward, like I said, it goes to the other drain in front of the garage. And then we try to put fresh water to see if we can clear up all this murkiness to get a clear view, because sometimes you run water and the sediment will go towards the rock well or wherever it's going and clear up, so we can get a good, even if it's underwater, because this obviously has a belly or negative grade. We could see where it T, and then we can cut it open and get to the T and then service the line and clean it and see where it's at. But as you've seen with the other videos, these range drains are just terminating into the ground, which really makes them unserviceable, because you can't, all you'll do is collapse the tunnel. So far, this is the third and fourth range drain that's not serviceable. And like I said, we tried running fresh water to clear up all this murkiness, and all it did was back up. So there's really not anything we can do. These are going to have to be replumbed. And the good news is the front one that's under all the blacktop, under all the asphalt and really close to the foundation. If we get this one in the back corner by the laundry facility in the back of the house, we can get it to turn away from the house and go to a rock well. I actually have a plan. So I'm just going to put it on pause. I have a plan that I'll create for these range drains for the customer. For right now, I'm pausing it. Okay, that'll do it for this range drain. I'm headed to another range drain, so I'm going to go ahead and put it on pause. So this one here is on the back corner of the house where this big tree is. I would remove this tree. There's too many big ground roots coming around the foundation of the house, and this tree should be removed. It's not good. And then I tried to camera, but as soon as I go in, it is completely filled with dirt. I can't even get my camera in there. So we're gonna attempt to jet this one. Try to remove some of all that sediment. It could very possibly be that if you see these. Let me clean the lens off a little better. If you could see these giant roots are right by the rain drain. So I wouldn't doubt if these giant roots have pinched the line closed, because it's just corrugated pipe. It's not a very strong pipe. I can step on this and flatten it. That's why it's better to use a Schedule 40 ABS or Schedule 40 PVC. They're a lot more durable, even if there was roots in the area. But I wouldn't recommend planting any kind of tree or allowing a tree to grow like this right next to the foundation of the home. I don't know if you go camping and you go look up at a side of a mountain and there's granite rock and the roots are going right through the granite rock. So this cement, it will pose no challenge to these roots. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put it on pause. Okay, so we are at the terminates 33 feet away from the house, which is great. But as you can see, this is either collapsed or it just terminates into the ground once again. So I don't know how much water this is capable of receiving before it's saturated and starts backing up. So this is not really a good system. Although the pipe is in decent order, there is some root intrusions at the seam joints because these just interlock together. They don't have any bands or anything, but you have some roots there. So for the most part, this one's clear. We're not quite sure how this drains, but this one here doesn't have a rock well, or it's collapsed, or the rock well's full of dirt, but I doubt the rock well could ever get full of that much soil ever. So I have a feeling that this just terminates into the ground also. So here's this one. It's towards the front of the house by the entryway. And I'm going to go ahead and put it on pause, and we're going to take it to another rain drain, the back corner where the big tree is, over there by the dining room. And we're going to take a look, because I was able to jet that one. It was full of stuff right at the beginning, and I couldn't push the camera through. So we're going to take it over there next. Okay, so we cameraed most of the rain drains. The two that are on, here's the front door. So we cameraed that one right there. And it unfortunately, it just goes into the dirt. We jetted it to see if there was just a bunch of dirt buildup, and it wasn't. It just plows into the ground. Once the ground gets saturated, it's going to back up. So there's no rock well there either. The two on the sides of the house, one in the back corner by the dining room, and then one in the front corner where the fireplace is. They're pinched closed with roots. We were able to get on the back end by the dining room. We were able to get the jetter, the small jetter hose. This is the small jetter hose. Was actually to get in there, but we couldn't get the camera in because the line is pinched closed with the roots from the corner tree. And then the one in the front, same thing. There looked like there was a tree there at the corner, and looks like it got cut down. But the roots, it already damaged the pipe, so we weren't able to jet that one or get the camera, so there was no reason to video record it because the camera wasn't going in, but the lines are pinched closed by roots. That being said, there is one more rain drain, but we're already going to assume the same thing with that one. Basically, these need each rain system needs a rock well of its own, and then there are the three in the backyard. Or one in the front by the front garage, and then there's one on the back side where the laundry room is, and then and then another one that's by the back door of the laundry room. Those three can connect. We don't have to do a rock well. We can do a bubbler close to the edge. We're close to the riverbank there, and all that would just bubble up and go into the river when it rained really hard, which is okay because it's just rainwater. So I'm going to come up with a plan for new range drain systems because it's not good for the foundation of the house the way it's happening. Like I said, one of them wasn't even connected. It was just pouring water underneath your wood deck, and it's totally saturated, and that's bad for the foundation. And if it backs up, and the rock well, if it is a rock well, kind of looks like a rock well, is actually underneath the laundry room back door. When you go walk on the deck, it's under the deck, and that's not good. The rock well should be anywhere from 10 to 12 feet away from the house, not right next to it, because that's bad for the foundation also. So I'm going to make a complete report, and I'm going to go ahead and end this video, and I'll be sending this video to you by email. Okay, thank you.
Where's that? I don't think I